This is your host, Danny, and this is Common Mistakes from English Plus Podcast. Today, we're going to talk about the common mistakes we make using the word mankind. Let me start with an example. These bombs could lead to the destruction of the mankind. Well, what's wrong with that? The mankind, the human race, right? Yes, but we don't use the when we use mankind. Mankind is not like the human race. It has the same meaning, obviously, but we do not use the with mankind. So, if we want to correct this one, we should say these bombs could lead to the destruction of mankind without the. Or we could say traveling into space was a great advance for mankind, not for the mankind. So that is one mistake you should pay attention not to make when you want to use the word mankind. Let me give you two more examples. The nature of mankind is very complicated. In art, we discover the beauty of mankind's imagination. Well, what's wrong with that? Well, to be honest, it is not exactly wrong, but it is not natural to use it in this form. Mankind, or the human race, refers to all human beings considered as a group. Like when we say the greatest danger to mankind is not science, but ignorance. Or there are the most devastating weapons mankind has ever devised. Or what is mankind's long-term role in space? So if you want to say these things, if you have these meanings in mind, mankind is the word to use, definitely. But when you mean belonging to or typical of people, as opposed to God, animals, and machines, the usual pattern is human plus noun. For example, greed and envy are common human failings. And yes, by the way, it's failings, not feelings. If you're ever wondering about the word, the failings of someone or something are their faults or unsatisfactory features, so it's different from feelings. Okay, but that's not what we're talking about. Let's get back to what I was saying. When you mean belonging to or typical of people, you use the word human with the noun, human plus noun, instead of mankind. We have a lot of phrases like that: human nature, human error, human interest, human weakness, and these are very common. We say human, not humankind nature or humankind error. It's not natural. I'm not saying humankind is wrong here, but I'm saying that it is not natural. It is awkward to use humankind, better to use human. So instead of saying the nature of humankind is very complicated, you can say human nature is very complicated. That's much better, much more common, and it is natural. Not like the first one. And instead of saying in art we discover the beauty of mankind's imagination, well, that's not natural to say mankind's imagination. It's better to say in art we discover the beauty of the human imagination. Alright, so that is everything I wanted to share with you about the common mistakes we make using the word mankind. Another day, another common mistake with English Plus Podcast. This is your host, Danny. Thank you very much for listening. I will see you next time.